How's it going, Smashers? I'm DatSmashBro and welcome to the Moveset Ideas series. With each new installment of Smash Brothers, there's a lot of new combatants for everyone to enjoy. For this series, I do moveset creations and predictions for potential newcomers. And for this video, we will be looking over a character who is the ultimate life form, the polar opposite of Sonic, and the leader of Team Dark, known as Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow is a character and one of Sonic's rivals from the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. He debuted in Sonic Adventure 2 on June 23, 2001 for the Sega Dreamcast, created by Takashi Iizuka, voiced by Jason Griffith in the early games, and is now currently voiced by Kirk Thornton since 2010. 50 years ago, Shadow was created by Dr. Eggman's grandfather, Gerald Robotnik. After the events has folded during that time, he was cryogenically frozen on Prison Island. This is where Eggman and the players had first discovered Shadow for the first time. There's a lot more to his origins, but I'm not going to go over it all because it will make the intro way too long. Ever since his debut from Adventure 2, I kid you not, he has easily become one of the most popular Sonic characters, surpassing notable characters like Tails and Knuckles to some degree. He even managed to get his own game title, which sucks balls. He's also made plenty of appearances in many future Sonic titles and spin-off games as well. He's even appeared in the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie at the very end and is going to have a big role in the third film. I can't wait. While Shadow himself has gotten the silver spoon for most of his career in Smash, he's gotten the short end of the stick. Technically, for 2 installments straight, he has been denied to becoming a playable fighter in those games. Instead, he has been a part of the Assist Trophy lineup for almost 10 years at the time of this recording. Seriously, it's time to get another playable Sonic character in Smash. I'm just saying. Although the character has been in that situation in the games, the question is this: what if Shadow was finally converted into a playable fighter in Smash? I've managed to put together an entire move set for him. Me and a lot of other people did, but this is my version of it to clear things up. I've also made an illustration of it all so people can have a visual understanding on how the character's fighting style could perform in the game. Disclaimer: what you are about to see is not an official move set by the Smash developers or Sakurai's company. This was made for fun and speculating. While I did made this to be as accurate as possible, the whole move set could be changed if the character were to be included in future installments. So folks, without further ado, let's chaos control into the moveset of Shadow. Shadow in Smash will be performing attacks and abilities he knows from the Sonic games. Some people would think that Shadow will become a full-on clone fighter of Sonic in Smash, but for this moveset, he will be a bit different from the Blue Hedgehog himself. Well, he will have a few attacks similar here. On his size, he will be at Sonic's height. The attack speed can be on the same pace as Sonic's, alongside the speed as well. Unlike the Blue Blur, the ultimate life form will have an effective projectile attack. His inhibitor rings ability he does in Sonic 06 will not be present in this moveset. So, let's begin. For his jab attack, he does a finger jab, followed by a high knee attack, and ending it with a roundhouse kick. This is the basic ground combo for Shadow. The effects will be similar to Sonic's jab attack. The kick at the end will knock back the fighters. For his front tilt attack, he does a sideways swipe attack. The speed of this move can be fast. Because of that, the power behind it will be weak. This move will be used to knock back the fighter to give you some space. On high percent, this attack can potentially kill. For his up tilt attack, he does Sonic's up smash move. This tilt attack will be a weaker version of that move, but it will have the same effects with the multi-hits it will do. On high percent, this attack can also KO. For the down tilt attack, he does a leg sweep move. Just like Sonic's down tilt, this move can have a pop-up effect. You can use an aerial attack as a follow-up. On high percent, the effects will be instead a launching move. The 2 attack moves that revolves around him using his hands here will be the only time he will use them in combat. Spoiler alert, he will be using plenty of kick attacks in this move set, except his specials. Now that we've gotten through his basic ground attacks, let's go on up to his aerial moves. For Shadow's aerials, he will be using kick attacks for all 5 of them. Don't worry, 2 of them will have the same effects, but in a different style. For the neutral air, he does a split attack airborne. This move is used to attack fighters from both sides. The attack itself will have a knockback effect on low percent and a launch effect on high percent. The speed of this attack will be neutral. For the front air, he does an axe kick attack. This move is similar to Solid Snake's front air attack, but instead, Shadow flips himself forward with his leg sticking out in front of him. If you manage to hit the opponent at a high angle, this move will spike the fighter downwards. This attack will have a delay to it, but when timed, the payoff will be worth it. For the back air move, he does a powerful kick behind him. This move will launch and KO the fighters if their percentage is high. It will have a delay to it as well, so you'll have to time it. For his up air attack, he does a spinning kick attack above him. This move is the same as Greninja and Sheik's up air attack, with the multi-hits and knockback as well. On high percent, this move can KO. For Shadow's down air attack, he does a dive kick. If you hit the opponent right before you go down, this attack will spike the opponent downward as well. This move can go through more than one fighter. When he lands, this move can knock back or potentially KO fighters, depends on their weight and size. So to recap, Shadow has 2 aerial attacks that can spike in different ways, 2 attacks that will knock back and launch fighters, with one being slow to pull off, and 1 aerial attack that has a multi-hit effect. For the dash attack of Shadow, he slides into the opponents. With this move, his hover shoes flames will be bigger, making this move as a fiery dash attack. With this, he can also go through at least 2 fighters if this connects. On high percent, this will KO fighters. Shadow will be using the hover shoe flames a few more times. So, let's go on over to his smash attacks for them. For the smash attacks, this is where he will be doing the flame hover shoes kicks 3 times here. So, to go through this simply, his forward smash attack is him spin kicking the opponents 2 times. This smash attack will be a 2-hitting move, with the flames engulfing from the bottom of his hover shoes. This is basically Zero Suit Samus' forward smash attack. For his up smash, he does a backflip kick above him. The flames will be firing out from the bottom of his shoes here. This smash attack will launch and KO the fighters upward. This smash attack can also cancel out any oncoming projectiles that are coming your way. For the down smash itself, Shadow does a low spin kick attack with the hover shoes flames. This attack will hit the fighters and launches them at an arch angle. So now that we are finished with the smash attacks, let's go on over to his special attacks. For the special attacks of Shadow, he will have one move that is similar to Sonic. And no, his special attacks will not have any guns involved. Instead of firepower, he will be doing 2 chaos power attacks. So, let us begin. For his neutral special, he does a homing attack. This is the basic attack move that Shadow does in the Sonic games as well. Just like Sonic, he balls himself up and tackles the fighter airborne. But for this version of that move, this attack will be performed faster than Sonic's neutral special. This attack can launch the fighters at a high percentage. The fighter must be somewhat close to Shadow for him to lock onto them. For the side special attack, he uses Chaos Spear. Chaos Spear is one of Shadow's main chaos attacks he does in the games. He produces energized bolts from the energy of the Chaos Emerald and launches them towards the other fighters. If you tap the left analog stick forward and the B button at the same time, Shadow will send out 1 Chaos Spear bolt. This 1 bolt itself will stun the fighter for about 2 seconds. This move has a 2-for-1 deal. If you hold the left analog stick and the B button this time, he will charge up the move and send out 5 Chaos Spear bolts at the fighters. The first one will stun, while the other 4 will knock back the fighters. As explained, this attack has a multi-hit effect. This special attack can be great for edge guarding. For the recovery, he teleports. This is an ability that many characters in the Sonic games won't be able to do without performing chaos control. But for Shadow, he can effortlessly warp himself around at will. In Smash, this will just be a basic teleporting move that acts as a recovery for Shadow. The distance he can travel will be the same range as Mewtwo's recovery. Nothing more, nothing less. And for the down special, he uses Chaos Control. With this move, it will act as a counter. If any of the fighters physically hit Shadow with any move, he will counter back with Chaos Control. When that happens, any fighter he gets will be moving in slow motion. This is a reference to 2 things. First is him and Silver the Hedgehog fighting in Sonic 06, and he counters Silver with Chaos Control. The second reference is obviously him using Chaos Control and Smash as an assist trophy. If the other fighter's damage percentage is higher than 100, the slow motion effect will linger even longer. If some haven't caught on, this move is another version of Bayonetta's witch time counter in Smash. The purpose of this move is to either give Shadow some space, or to follow up with any attacking move. This counter will not activate if he instead gets hit with any projectiles. That's why it has to be a physical attack for it to work. So now that we are done with the special attacks, let's go to his grabbing moves. For Shadow's grabs, they will be him once again, using 3 kick attacks and 1 spin attack move. So to go through them, his forward throw is him kicking the fighter. For the back throw, he teleports behind the fighter and kicks them. For the up-throwing move, he kicks the fighter upwards. And for the down throw, he puts the fighter on the ground and performs a spin dash on them, just like Sonic's down throw. The only grab attack here that will KO at a high percent is his back throw. The other throws will knock back the fighters. The down throw will not have an effective pop-up effect like Sonic's down throw. Since now that every attack is done, let's finish this moveset up with his final smash. For the final smash of Shadow, he will harness the 7 Chaos Emeralds and transforms into Super Shadow. Similar to Sonic's final smash attack in Ultimate, Shadow will zip across the stage at the speed of light, hitting any fighter he connects with. After Shadow is done flying across the stage, he then flies back to the center, charges up, and releases one of his most powerful attacks, Chaos Blast. If any fighter manages to survive his barrage of Super Shadow attacks, then the Chaos Blast attack will finish the job. If the other fighter's percentage is high, well, you know the outcome. For his stage, it can be Westopolis. This is the first level that appears in Shadow's crappy game. This takes place during the invasion of the Black Arms. The players can be fighting on the streets with platforms hovering above them. The only obstacles that I can think of for the fighters to avoid is the Black Arm monsters and the gun soldiers. Black Doom will be making cameos in the background as well. So folks, what do you think? Pretty interesting, huh? That's all I have for the moveset of Shadow the Hedgehog. If you have any thoughts or anything you would like to add to this, make sure to put it in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications. I also can do video requests for other characters' moveset ideas as well. If interested, you can check out my previous moveset video I did on this channel. Thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next moveset. Till then, have a good one.